Hello everybody, my name is Jordy Pastor, and today I want to talk about the Les Paul 2017 Les Paul Classic. I'm going to tell you guys why I got this guitar when I did, and the story behind it. I actually bought it from Guitar Center. This guitar, the reason why I bought it 2017, even though I don't really like buying like newer instruments anymore, I've like pretty much started buying like purely like vintage instruments almost solely. But you know, the reason why I decided to buy this guitar was because I did some research trying to figure out what Les Paul had the thinner neck, you know, which Les Pauls have thin necks. And I was doing research about the differences between the standard, you know, the classic, the traditional, and everything indicated that the traditionals usually have the wider necks and have the thicker necks. Standards are like somewhere in between, and classics have like the thinner necks. And I was reading on forums and on Google that the 2017 Les Paul is known for having a particularly thin neck, you know, so that's what I liked. The nut width on this guitar, if I'm not mistaken, is 1 9/16. So that is kind of a smaller nut width. And then the neck just has an amazingly awesome, nice rolled over binding. It's like super nice, like, you know, it's got that rollover action going on, you know, so you can like really wrap your hand, and it's super nice, you know. It's a very thin neck, so I noticed that this one had a tiny little bit of a twist in the neck, you know, but nothing too crazy. It's honestly not that big of a deal. It's to be expected in most Les Pauls, you know, honestly, or most guitars, honestly, especially guitars that have thin necks, you know. Thin necks are more wobbly, you know. The wood is more flexible on a thinner neck, so it makes sense to be expected that twists might happen. But in this case, it's not even that significant. The thing about this guitar that I did notice that really pissed me off, though, still not good enough reason for me to return it. Guitar Center has a 6-month return policy right now. It's insane. It's like 180 day return policy. So, but I decided not to return this guitar because, you know, the problems are mainly like, you know, well, some people would consider this to be a kind of a problem, but the inlays, some of them started to pop out. I noticed, like, whenever I was doing bends, I noticed like a sharpness, and some of the inlays were slowly, the little edges were like starting to pop out. So if I wouldn't have taken care of that, the inlays would have eventually like came off, and the guitar would have not been that playable, you know, after a certain period. So whenever I first got the guitar, it had that problem where some of the inlays, I think it was like the 12th fret and then the 7th fret that were coming off. And then after I got that repaired with a Guitar Tech in Austin, the 9th one, after like a couple weeks of playing, I noticed that the 9th fret inlay started to pop out, and I had to fix that myself. I actually got the materials. I got this clamp thing, you know. I used the capo trick too, you know. I put the capo and then I put a clamp on the capo to make it even like more firm, you know. And I was able to fix the 9th fret, the inlay, and it's perfectly flush, you know. It's beautiful. So this guitar is a fantastic player. The classic, Les Paul Classic, fantastic player. Highly recommend this guitar because of the playability. It's not like, I wouldn't say it's like a huge collector's piece or anything like that by any means. It's a player's guitar, but it really is. This is really a masterpiece of a player's guitar. It's one of my best playing guitars, you know. And even though it had all those issues going on with quality control, I don't know what the fuck is up with Gibson, you know, in 2017 with all these issues with this guitar, but it's a great fucking player. Nothing will ever take that away from this guitar. One of the best players that I own. It's got locking tuners, which I don't mind them. I like the regular tuners, honestly, more. Something that I did like a lot, I don't know why I like this, but I like the way that they stamped the serial number and the Made in USA stamp. It's very clear and very legible. I appreciate that. I don't know why. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, you know. I guess it's good because it's very legible. And I like that. And check out the beautiful wood in the back. This is just a spectacular back to this guitar. It's got the zebra pickups, they call these. To be honest, I've owned many Gibsons, and this is one of my least favorite sounding pickups that I've owned in a Gibson, but I don't care about that because the playability, that was the reason why I bought this guitar. The playability, it's got a nice dark rosewood fretboard, fingerboard, which is beautiful, gorgeous. The frets are like, pretty sure they're like nickel, and they're medium jumbo, you know, so bending is just like fantastic. So yeah, fantastic. The finish, probably y'all can't tell, but if you look very close into it, it's got like a sparkle, like a sparkliness going on in it. And that, I couldn't tell that in the pictures. Whenever I bought it, that it had this sparkly kind of feel to it. I personally do not like the sparkliness. But you know what? From afar, you can't tell. If I was on the stage, you can't tell that it's so sparkly. But yeah, if you look close into it, maybe y'all can see it right there. It does have a little bit of a sparkliness going on. I'm trying my best here to show this guitar, guys. And I got a light right on it. Got a ding right there. The other day, I with a cable, I did that by accident because I use these like spiral cables. So the cable just like, I don't know, I just like hit the guitar somehow with the cable. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. You know, I'm gonna give this guitar a 8.5 out of 10. Because of the quality control issues, but personally for me, I don't, after playing this classic Les Paul, it makes me not want to play anything else, you know? Like this thin neck is so nice, you know, that I'm gonna make sure that from now on, every Les Paul that I buy is gonna have a small nut width, you know? Absolutely, no doubt. This is one of my favorite guitars of all time right here. And yeah, I've had to sell many of the guitars in my collection, but this is one of the guitars that I'm actually gonna keep. And if I actually have any other like issues with it, repairs or anything, I'm gonna do them myself. I'm gonna do the repairs myself, you know, and try to get you know, use this as my guitar that I work on, my guinea pig guitar, you know, so to speak. I already did that repair already. The 9th fret inlay that popped out, I already did that, and it's fantastic. I'm very satisfied with the job that I did on that. Yeah. All right, thanks y'all for watching. If you guys enjoyed this, please hit the subscribe button and like the video and leave a comment or something. Thank you very much. I'll see you on the next one.